Moving on to the last part, back to basics. Just wanted to talk about this because I think it's really important to really go back to, what we really need to be doing versus what we thought we had to be doing, right? I was listening to somebody yesterday from Mike Ferry talking about how in 2021, you only had to make so many phone calls and you'd get a deal. And a lot of people were getting called to list property. I remember getting a lot of calls. Hey, I want to sell my house and buy a bigger house. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So it was a lot easier to do double the amount of transactions in 2021 than it was today. So number one, you want to stick to a schedule. So a schedule that you create, make sure that you stick to it. The other thing that I was saying to you guys is get to the office daily at the same time. There's things going on in here. People are talking about putting a deal together. You want to find out. You guys are always asking me, oh, hey, what's so-and-so doing? Yesterday, there was only like 2 of you here, and Christina Furneaux was here the whole day. You guys are always asking me, what is she doing? I'm like, today she was in the office. You could have asked her. You could have sat next to her and watched her do whatever she does. So, if you'd have been here, that would have been an opportunity there. So stick to the schedule, get to the office daily at the same time, to keep a routine going, just like working out, right? If you're putting in you're into your schedule, you're going to lose the weight and get it done. So number 2, think transactional over income. So, a lot of people say, oh, this year I want to make 100,000. Well, how about just saying this year I want to do 10 deals, right? I gotta close 10 transactions because if you're thinking on the income part, you might hit that or you might be a little bit short or whatever. But if you did 10 transactions, you think you'd hit over 100K? With our average commission being about 15,000, that's pretty likely to happen. So keep it more transactional, and this way you'll be even able to track more. Today they had a manager's call, a short one, from corporate, and they were talking about how to get one seller lead, you used to have to do 60 contacts. Okay, that means talk to 60 people that are the owners of a home and ask them, would you like to sell your home, right? To get one potential lead or an appointment, right? And so now they're saying that the guy said that it's 3 times that, right? So you got to call like almost 150 people to get that same lead in this current market. So think that way. And again, I go back to my numbers, right? It's a numbers game. Well, these are old numbers because it was 10 minimum contacts, 6 days a week, that's 60. But really, now I think you want to be doing about at least 30 contacts. Yesterday, Renee was in here, and he said it took him almost 3 hours to make 200 calls, and he only talked to like 6 people. And I'm like, man, that's pretty rough. But you gotta just put in the work, and maybe today, if he comes in and he does it again, maybe this time he'll get a listing, right? So, yeah, he uses Mojo. Yeah, he uses Mojo. So number 3, delegate, right? So start thinking back to TCs, right? Make sure you delegate a lot of your work and you focus on doing dollar producing activities, right? Because Roseanne is subletting her social media to Alec Rye, right? And then Tamara has somebody else called a posting agent that does her Instagram for her, as do I. So, that takes away, lets us free up for other stuff. So make sure that you delegate. One of the things that Bruce used to always say would be, do it, ditch it, or delegate it, right? So if it's something that you could do it. If it's something that's too complicated and crazy, just ditch it altogether. Or if not, delegate it if it can be done that way. So stay doing income producing activities. What does that mean? So high dollar producing activities would be going on appointments, right? Buyer or seller appointments. But the step back from that would be, phone canvassing, door knocking, open houses, right? Going to networking events, going to tomorrow's broker caravan for the city of CYPRESS, right? Tamara will be there. Who else will be there? Doing those things are going to get you. I went to a broker caravan with Tamara, and I ended up writing an offer on a listing. The only listing that they had, my offer didn't get accepted. We got overbid by $55,000, But still, had I not gone to that broker preview, I would have never learned about that property, never would have put my investor together with writing that offer, and that would have never happened. Had I gotten it accepted, it would have been like, man, that's the best broker preview I've ever been to. So, if you stay doing those things are going to come out of it. Number 5, speak to clients twice a week. So right now, any deals that you have, update them like on a Monday, and then, Friday, call them again and say, hey, so just want to let you know, here's where we're at. Even if there's no news, right? Just to update, hey, nothing's changed. We're still waiting on Joe to finish processing the loan, but everything's moving forward. Just wanted to give you that update. And then build rapport and ask for referrals, right? They say, please don't take this the wrong way. They say pregnant women recognize other pregnant women. Have you guys ever heard that before? Right? So they like notice each other like from a mile away. Somebody's pregnant, like, oh, she's pregnant too. Look how cute, right? Sellers recognize other sellers. Buyers recognize, oh, they go out. Yeah, we put an offer in today. Oh, you did? Oh, we've been thinking about buying a house too. Oh, well, Benny's great. You should call him. He's our agent here. Write his number down, right? So ask for those referrals. Hey, Christy Rye, I know this weekend you're going to be out at a dinner party on Saturday. Hey, if you meet anybody that's, thinking about buying or selling a home, please, refer me. I really appreciate it. Don't worry. I'm going to give them the same level of service that I give you. Do you think I've been doing a good job so far?
Absolutely.
All right, great. John.
Do you ever offer them money?
You know what? Yeah, I do. And usually, here's my rule of thumb, you guys. I'm not going to say the name of this agent, but you know her. Many years ago, this agent used to pay $1,000 for any referral as long as it closed through her, right? So she would even do like a $250,000 condo. She'd pay $1,000, and then she'd go to the teller at the bank and say, "Hi, can you deposit this check, but give me 1,000 in hundreds, please?" And like, yeah, okay. So they're giving her the hundreds, and she goes, "You know what that's for?" I have no idea. Oh, I'm a real estate agent. I'm going to give this to the person that referred me. So here's my card. If you know anybody thinking of buying or selling, give me a call and I'll do the same for you. And she built her own brokerage based off of all this referral business, right? So what I do, you guys, if they refer me somebody that buys a $500,000 house, I give them $500. They give me somebody that buys $1 million house, I give them $1,000, right? It just depends based on that. But I use that first number to do that. But yeah, John, do you pay a referral?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. Make sure it's cash.
Untraceable.
Yeah, exactly. All right, number 6, add everyone to your database. Don't be a secret agent. You don't know where your next transaction is coming from. Yesterday, you guys, I was talking to my coach. Do you guys know who Mr. Excellence is? Michael Yoki. All right, he's like a popular broker out in like Montebello, Pico Rivera area, right? Tim Rush the other day was having dinner at a restaurant, and he sees him, and he goes and he walks over to him, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, Benny, he has Mr. Excellence monogrammed on this sleeve, Mr. Excellence on this sleeve. He has a big name badge on. He's got a black suit with a bedazzled tie on, and he's got a Raiders hat, and his car says Mr. Excellence on the license plate, and everything, right?" And I said, yeah, gosh, people make fun of him, don't they? They laugh about how he wears his badge and all that stuff, right? And my coach goes, yeah, and he laughs all the way to the bank. Yeah? He's got like 200 offices, right? Throughout all this area and all the way up to the IE. So the guy laughs all the way to the bank. He goes to the Raiders game, and he's got the bedazzled Raiders hat, and he's got his big name badge on, and look at this weirdo, right? But look, he's cashing out his money. And he always tells you, don't be a secret agent. So wear your name badge. Look at that guy that got that lead at the gas station, right? You don't know where your next transaction is going to come from. So always be asking for the business and say, hey, Christy Rye, man, I really enjoyed speaking with you today. Do you mind if I send you a little something about my industry? Maybe like once a month, just like an update. I know you live in Rossmore. You're a multimillionaire over there in a big house and stuff. Can I email you once a month just to let you know what's going on in your neighborhood? Would you mind? Great, let's do that. All right. Eliminate all distractions. So focus, you guys. It's so easy to lose focus, right? Gosh, I like, I'm always on Instagram. I'm always on Facebook. I can't lie. It's easy to get distracted. Even when we're doing our calls, some of you that have gone to do the calls, sometimes we sit there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes without talking to anybody, right? So it's easy to just be like distracted and do something else. Sometimes, like last time, one of the guys starts talking to me. Hey, so how was your weekend? And I'm like, focus. We're here to call, man. I don't want to know about your weekend. So make sure that whatever you're doing, that you're focused on it and eliminate all your distractions. Number 8, attend professional training events like Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, all of that, right? Number 1, because you should be a more professional real estate agent and know your craft. Number 2, because they're great networking events, right? Mike Ferry says that there's usually $100,000 in networking opportunities just by going to one of his events, right? So if you pass around your business cards, people from other states might send you business, right? So make sure to do that. Number 9, start the week on the right foot. So what do I mean by that? I mean, start Monday in the office early, right? Come in at 9 and do something positive so you feel good. One announcement that they made today in that call from corporate was that every Monday now at 10 a.m. they're going to have a sales meeting, a corporate sales meeting, and they're inviting all the offices to go there. So I don't know what they're going to talk about, but I think the first one is next Monday. So start the week right by attending that. I'm sure it'll pump you up. You hear something positive, something good, some good stories, and something to use for your marketing and go into the week with that. It'll be on Zoom. It'll be on Zoom, so easy. You could do it from your bed. But no, come into the office and do it here. And last but not least, guys, practice. Be a professional. Right now more than ever, you don't want to fumble. You don't, like, the opportunities right now. If we close 2 deals this month in the office, okay, you can't risk sitting in front of a buyer or a seller and not knowing what to say, and I'm telling you, there's people out there right now getting out of this business really fast. Like the first thing that got people out of the business in the month of January was the MLS dues, right? A lot of people couldn't pay $1,000 to stay, right? So number 1, we're having a little bit less competition because of that. But then how many listings do we have? We're still limited, right? Still limited on buyers, still limited on listings. So your opportunities are a lot less. So make sure you're ready, right? Look at Kobe Bryant, right? What was he showing you? That he practices every day. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us. But when he was alive and working, right, he was doing it every day. So there's no excuse, And, right, what do they call us in our industry? What are we? No, we're real estate professionals, right? And we charge a professional fee for our services. So if you're not professional, how can you charge a professional fee and be a professional? Are you guilty of your nickname in your business? I know Christy Rye is a professional title rep. I know that for a fact, Hema, God bless her heart for what she did for that client. But honestly, if she was working on my deal, she would have never done that, because I would have done it first. See? Because that's who I am, right? I'm the professional. So I would have told my client, hey, I'm going to call and negotiate on your behalf. Let's see if we can get this down, right? So right there, that's great that she was proactive. Man, I love that. Crap, yeah, let her do the work.
Delegate.
Yes, absolutely. But see, check this out. What if you as a real estate agent would have said, hey, don't worry about it, let me work on this? And then you go, hey, Hema, will you help me make the phone call? So anyways, yes, guys, let's be professionals. I'm telling you right now, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you that it's a tougher market, and you're really going to need to know what you're doing and what you're saying out there. And even if you could delegate a lot of stuff, it doesn't matter, because one day your clients are going to ask you And you're gonna go, call Jean, she'll tell you. And how are you gonna look? I mean, Jean's amazing, she knows everything, but in order to delegate, you also need to know that job to be able to delegate it, right? So if you're brand new, I would encourage you to do a couple of your own TCs in the beginning. Then once you know all the forms and everything, then delegate, right? So that you're never caught stumbling. Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, throwing this out.
Yeah.
The practice, and starting off the week with something new. So
Uh-huh.
I did that opportunity calling last week.
Yes.
And I was not very good with the scripting, and it's something I want to get better at. And I'm in the midst of doing that boot camp training, which I'm sure you all went through a long time ago. And one of the agents was saying in their office they get together a couple times a week in the morning to just practice scripts.
Yeah.
So I'm somewhat limited because I'm teaching part-time, but on Mondays and Tuesdays, I thought if anyone's interested, I don't know who's not comfortable with scripts, but maybe next Tuesday at 9 o'clock before the meeting, if you want to come in, maybe
Great.
a few of us. I'm just throwing it out there because I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I think I'm going to be here next Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And you guys, I was giving Alana a lot of credit because, you know, it was like her first day last week, and then she was the first one to get to the Downey office to do calls on that same day. And I go, man, I have people telling me, oh, I'll be there. You know, when is it? What time is it? What's the address? Oh, what time again? Oh, when is it again? Oh, and then they never show up. And she just, boom, just jumped right into it. So I commend you for that. You guys, the phone is scary. When I committed with Tamara to paying for a dialer, $200 a month, and not combined, she got her own account, I got my own account. When I did that, I kid you not, 70% of me was like, what am I going to do now? I'm afraid of that damn phone. That people are going to cuss me out. They're going to hang up on me. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh. I can't be weak. I can't show weakness to Tamara. That's not good. Oh man. And you know, I kept doing it. And then one day it clicked with me is you're in control. You can hang up at any time, right? So the minute that people started going, hey, listen, buddy, you know, I'll just hang up on them and go to the next one, right?
Do you call from your cell phone, or do you have a
My cell phone.
number?
Yeah. So my dialer espresso gives you another number,
Okay.
but lately for some weird reason, these dialers have been having issues, so they put your number out there.
Have you thought about getting a Google number?
You know what? That was a good discussion yesterday. I'm still getting people to answer my phone, so I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Just if you hang up, they'll call you back.
Oh, yeah. Well. So that's the other thing. When they train you to call, they tell you focus on keeping calling. So even if calls are coming in, you don't answer those. You know, because you're focused on the next call, right? So I mean, you can call those people back once you're done, but yeah. But no, I've never had anybody even call me back. Even I told you guys the other day, someone answered, and he was Asian, and he spoke Spanish and told me something really bad about my mom, and then he hung up on me, and it didn't bother me. I called him right back, and I was just gonna, if he answered, I was hoping he would answer. I was just gonna say, hey, you know, man, we don't know each other. Come on, you know, are you having a good day? What's going on? I was just calling about your house. That's it, you know. So I was gonna not be, you know, trying to fight. You know, I was just gonna say, hey, come on, you know, that's not the point of it. Like, I was calling because I was genuinely wanting to know if you wanted to put your house back on the market. That's it. So yeah, so that's the only thing is if you're afraid, you just gotta know that you're in control. You get to hang up, and everybody stumbles. I've seen Renee, who does a bunch of calls. Sometimes he's like, you know, they catch him off guard. It's human nature, you know. When do you go outside and talk to a stranger and know exactly what they're gonna say to you? That's not the way life is. So it's just normal. And I tell you guys, just picture yourself talking to your friend. That's it. You know, that's all you're doing. So.
You know, this morning, I'm a member of Keeping Current Matters.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys are. You should
Yeah.
be. It's great.
Yeah.
This morning's blog was about getting your next 2 listings and where to get them from in this market. So of course I scrolled down, I took the bait, expires.
Yeah.